Hey there, you. How you doing? It is Christy, and welcome to Trailer Trash or Treasure, the show where we take a look at movie trailers to evaluate them as communication and art. As a reminder, we are not evaluating the movies themselves, but how the trailers do at communicating interest in what the movie's about and piquing our, curiosity as viewers to come in and watch the film. Now, I love some old school movie trailers. I've done a couple of those already, and I want to keep going because I just think that they're so interesting really early on in the genre, and I think it's good to compare these early attempts with much more sophisticated modern day attempts. So today I want to take a look at Attack of the 50-Foot Woman, which should be absolutely amazing. This is an independently made American science fiction horror film directed by Nathan J. Uren, and starring Allison Hayes, William Hudson, and Yvette Vickers, produced by Bernard Woolner. So let's have a look at what is a sci-fi horror, kind of like cheesy classic. As y'all know, I evaluate these trailers on 3 categories. 1 is their visuals, 2 is their sound editing, design, and sound effects, and the 3rd is how do they bring it all together to be a coherent concept, or don't they? Yeah, shake that camera. Wow, this is great. Where is any narration? What am I looking at?
Once a normal, voluptuously beautiful woman, she drove into a nightmare of horror and saw
Okay. Pause. All right, this is all. We've got to pause this. We've got to pause this for just a quick second here. Oh my gosh, so much to go over. All right, well, this is quite unusual. I haven't seen a trailer. I mean, we're early days yet, but I haven't really seen a trailer that does this, which is to come in with only visuals and music, and a lot of their special effects works, which is great, but I guess, can you really say that a giant woman's hand doesn't speak for itself? Can you really say that the images that you're presented with don't give you immediately an idea of what the film is about? And yet there's no voiceover. I'm incredibly intrigued by this because it is pretty much just the editor of these clips saying to the audience, you figure it out. And I personally like that. So can we watch that one more time? Just because I do think that it's quite an interesting way to communicate a horror film. So let's have a look at that opening trailer one more time. Oh yeah. I'm kind of curious as to why he's not shooting any. I mean, obviously we know why he's not shooting anything. It's because it's a fake hand. But yeah, in terms of plausibility, okay, I'm just gonna keep going. So we get the hand, we get horror, we get shock, frenzy, and devastation. Also, I'm a big fan of the camera shake. The shaking camera in order to create the illusion of an earthquake, but meanwhile, none of the actors are off balance. Gotta love that. Gotta love that practical special effect. Oh, things getting knocked off of higher things. Now, it's a little bit, I guess it's because of this, she's slowing down. Like, she's slowed down as if, like, the fact that she's bigger, it takes longer for gravity to work. I don't know. There must be something in our brains that, like, think that bigger things, like, just take more time. I don't know. That just looked, like, fake. But I'm sure there's a physics explanation somebody will put in the comments as to why larger objects seem to move more slowly in movies. Or maybe it's just a practical effects thing. I don't know. Anyway, let's keep going.
Once a normal, voluptuously beautiful woman, she drove into a nightmare of horror and saw descending from the sky
a balloon? It's got 2 dots on it. I kind of am assuming this is where it got blown up. This is where the air pump holes go.
A titanic monster whose fearsome touch became a frightful curse.
Girl, run! Why don't we run? Run, girl, run! Take off those heels and run! 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 Don't stand there and scream! Why do movies make women out to be so ridiculous? Like, nobody takes it seriously, right? Again, I get it. The practical effects didn't work far enough, but still. I mean, it's just so annoying. Anyway.
You think I'm drunk, don't you?
Oh, right. Okay, I guess if we call this the modern era, this would be maybe a very brave lighting choice. There's a lot of shadows in this shot. Now, I'm just speaking aesthetically in terms of like how it's presented, and I'm not entirely sure that that was intentional to have so much in shadow, but that's to a modern audience, this actually looks not that unusual or, you know, difficult to interpret what's going on in the scenes. There's a lot of shadow.
I'm not drunk. I'm not. You've got to believe me. Please. It was right in the middle of the highway, 30 feet tall.
I swear they are only using sunlight to light the scene. It just seems like it's all key light, and there's no attempt to fill here whatsoever. Can we just go back? Because I've been playing around with my lighting a lot, so maybe I'm hypersensitive to this. But all the lighting seems to only be coming from that one direction in which all the shadows are going. Well, it's an independent film and sunlight is free. All right, so I get why they do that. It's just interesting to know whether this decision, for me, it's interesting to know whether this was a cost decision or an aesthetic one, or kind of a combination of both. But again, really brave use of shadow, or quite unusual maybe. I don't watch, maybe I shouldn't characterize 50s films, but they seem to light in a really more balanced and kind of flat way, whereas this reminds me of more modern lighting. All right, enough of that topic.
All of you. I'm not drunk. I'm not. You've got to believe me. Please. It was right in the middle of the highway, 30 feet tall.
Once she's in the booby hatch, throw the key away. That'll put you in the driver's seat.
All right, I just want to point out again with the scene composition, the dancing couple in the corner I find super distracting. Especially because if we notice here, the woman has a very light colored skirt on, and so that light color is competing with like the white of his shirt and the white of their skin for our attention. And our eyes go to movement more easily than to just staying on static images and ignoring movement. Just think about like a TV on in the corner that keeps pulling your eye. So this shot composition is actually not enhancing the viewer's attention to this scene. I think it's actually quite distracting. All right, so all right. Let's just continue with the trailer.
That'll put you in the driver's seat. You'd make a wild driver, Harry. With $50 million.
Ooh, 1950s
What
kissing.
she saw was beyond belief until others too faced its hideous, uncontrollable menace.
Again, I think this is pretty much sunlight lit.
Attack of the 50.
Where'd she get her dress is what I want to know.
Huge, with incredible desires for love and vengeance.
This is weird. This looks amazing. Okay, Attack of the 50-Foot Woman, trailer trash or treasure. I am going to admit I've got a little bit of a soft spot now for this trailer in my heart. The opening caught me. That opening with its subtlety, compared to some of the other ones I've seen, really, really drew me in. I think that the visuals here pretty much, do communicate the story. They've picked out probably too much, again, overshowing some of the plot lines, but I can't really fault, any of the visuals. They're using the practical effects they have at the time. The sound, I'm going to say that in terms of the sound, they don't go overboard. They are actually quite subtle with the underlying music and the special effects. The concept is coherent but not well developed. So on the concept, I'm going to give it a bit of a meh, because although it a little bit points to moments of drama and it points to a plot, I guess I don't feel like the way that it is put together is so much of a pulling in of the story. Obviously, it's pushing in its priorities, it's pushing special effects first. It's a horror movie, right? It's a sci-fi movie. But they do make some effort to give you a sense of the plot line underneath. So I'm gonna... Two treasures and a mat. This is trailer treasure. Attack of the 50-Foot Woman is, I don't know, I'm surprised. I usually think that these 1950s trailers are just going to be a little bit less sophisticated, but this one really surprised me. So there you go. Attack of the 50-Foot Woman trailer treasure. What did you think of the trailer? Did you agree with my assessment? If you have comments, go ahead and leave those in the comment sections below. If you have a recommendation for a trailer you'd like me to watch, go ahead and leave that in the description box below. And if you like this video, it doesn't hurt to give that like button a click. I hate saying smash. I'm never going to say smash the like button. Anyway, until next time, y'all, I've been Christy. You've been awesome. Have a fantastic day.